Hey, what's up everyone? Jonathan Thames here of Rosie and Ernie Productions, and welcome to the Multimedia Megafan channel. I'm here today to discuss the first Conjuring spin-off film to expand on the franchise's universe, and that's the 2014 film Annabelle. And right off I'll say that I actually was pretty excited to see this movie and to get more into the Conjuring universe, because if you've seen my reviews on the first Conjuring films, I thought they were pretty good. So I was eager to dive in and find out more about the story surrounding the Annabelle doll introduced in the first movie. And boy, do I have to say this movie was a huge disappointment. Now, I had seen the IMDb reviews, so I definitely didn't go in with high expectations, but I told myself I was just going to sit back, try to enjoy the story and whatever the movie had to offer. But even with that mentality, I still walked away feeling like this movie just belonged in the trash pile. I want to say that I really don't enjoy picking apart flaws of a film. As someone who aspires to one day be a decent filmmaker as well, I really don't like tearing down people's work. But if I were to sum up how I feel this movie comes across in one word, I'd use the word cheap. Again, if you've seen my reviews on the Conjuring films, especially the first two, you know that I reference James Wan's ability to effectively pull all of the elements of filmmaking together well to create a genuine and authentic scary experience. But this movie is almost the polar opposite. And I found out after watching this, reportedly the studio thought the best distribution and marketing approach was to capitalize the fan base behind The Conjuring by producing a string of significantly lower budget films that would in turn be more profitable on the back end, which is in every way a cheap tactic in my opinion. We'll create a fan base through one solid film, then intentionally create a cheaper, subpar product behind it to take the fans' money on opening weekend before they're wise to the crap they've signed up for, and walk away profitable despite everyone hating the film. Can you say cash grab? This movie was given a budget of $6.5 million versus The Conjuring's $20 million budget, and it really shows. Everything about this movie just screams cheap. The writing, the pacing, the cinematography, the editing, the scares, or in this case, lack of scares, and even the performances, which I don't say to criticize the actors or actresses themselves, but more so to criticize the direction, or again, lack thereof, because I think there's heavy evidence against this particular director's ability to handle projects above a certain caliber. The movie is directed by none other than John Leonetti, who is also known for directing this revered gem, which, as promised in my Mortal Kombat 2021 video, I will get around to discussing eventually as well, but back to Annabelle. The movie follows the story of new parents John and Mia as they are tormented by a spirit inhabiting one of Mia's dolls who seeks to claim the soul of their newborn child after they survive an attack and witness the murder of their neighbors, the Higgins, at the hands of their satanic cult member daughter, Annabelle Higgins. John and Mia eventually seek the help from two different supporting characters, a priest named Father Perez, played by veteran actor Tony Amendola, and a bookshop owner, Evelyn, played by veteran actress Alfre Woodard. Now, both talents that I just mentioned are all around very talented performers. Both have a number of mentionable performances under their belts from various TV shows and films throughout their careers. And their performances are easily the best thing about this movie, but there are a couple of instances in particular where even their performances are just bad. And I again attribute that mainly to the direction, or lack thereof. On top of that, the movie is painfully cliche and super predictable. While I was watching, there were so many times I was saying to myself, movie, please don't go there. Please don't do that, because if you do, it would literally be the most predictable and cliche thing you could possibly do, so please. And every single time the movie did the thing. On top of that, there are several lines of wasted dialogue that don't add or amount to anything in the story, and one scene was altogether wasted and never followed up on. And in high contrast to the first Conjuring film, there are absolutely no scary scenes. The one good scare the movie almost has was a complete false alarm, and again an extremely wasted opportunity. Had that scene had some kind of legitimate follow-through, I could have walked away feeling like it at least had that one good scene. But alas, to no avail. In conclusion, this movie falls way short next to the film that installs the universe and feels like a cheap cash grab for a studio out to get easy profit. On the plus side, I literally did belly laugh out loud at least a good 3 or 4 times, so I can't say that I didn't get any enjoyment out of it. but it just wasn't the kind of enjoyment I was hoping to get out of it. It would be hard for me to understand how this movie got a sequel, but with its financial success and the fact that The Conjuring 2 was also a really good movie, I can't say that I'm at all surprised. Overall, I give the movie a rating of 4 out of 10 and thought it was bad, but it does border that so bad it's good line, which again I'm a little bittersweet about, but even in that aspect, it's beaten out due to poor pacing. I only recommend it to hardcore fans of the franchise simply on the basis that it does help to accompany the build of an overall bigger story inside of a larger universe, but aside from that, skip it. But that's just my opinion on it. If you're feeling brave and curious, Annabelle is currently streaming on HBO Max, so if you have a subscription and want to go watch it, please come back and let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. I want to thank everybody for watching today's review. I hope that everybody out there is doing well, and I'll see you all in the next video.